Well, things have gotten much better when it comes to COVID-19 restrictions, but there are some residents of the Erie VA Medical Center who have not been outside the complex since COVID began.
That situation improved a few days ago when some of the residents took a nice little trip. John Last has the happy story for this edition of The Last Word.
This is a big day for a lot of veterans who live at the Erie VA hospital. It's time for a field trip to the Erie Zoo. The buses are here. The veterans in their wheelchairs have finally arrived at the Erie Zoo. It's time for a long-awaited visit to the zoo for these veterans. Field trips are not a frequent thing for these guys, even though they are much needed after that long lockdown during COVID. A trip like this needs donations and volunteers.
It has been tough to organize community outreaches and different events like this. So this has been so exciting. We've been waiting for this to finally put on an event.
So we went and did all the paperwork and trying to, get donations in, asking for donations, and then asking for volunteers to help with this event.
Planning for the field trip began in February, and the work was worth it. Donations were given by many groups, including the Erie Moose Lodge. Groups such as the Boy Scouts and VFW Post 470 were asked to provide volunteers to escort some of the veterans around the zoo. The organizations did not disappoint.
She's like queen of the mountains over there.
Elias Buell guided veteran Art right through all the animal exhibits. Elias was told of the need for volunteers by one of his jiu-jitsu coaches at 3 Elements Gym.
I'm pretty happy to do it. I don't know, I really appreciate Art and everything he's done, So I'd say it's not very much for me to give up a Friday afternoon.
Some of the veterans were escorted by family members who met their loved ones at the front gate. The zoo visit was like a family reunion for veteran Gary Dolph. He enjoyed seeing the zoo animals, but it was being with his grandchildren and great-grandchildren that he really enjoyed.
Some of those little kids I've never seen.
Your great-grandchildren.
I've been at the VA for over 2 years, but the little kids I've never seen until today.
It was a wonderful day away from the usual confines of the VA Medical Center. The veterans and their families will not forget the memories that they made here, thanks to some generous volunteers. With the last word at the Erie Zoo, John Last, Erie News Now.
We certainly thank our veterans for their service, and we thank the donors who were able to make sure that they had that fun field trip. And one of the next field trips being planned for the veterans is a visit to Presque Isle State Park to see the sunset.
Sure, they can't wait. Log on to our website, erienewsnow.com, to find out how to volunteer or donate for that trip. We'll be right back.